Okay. Somebody got a package. Ah! You already know what is going on right now. Let's go ahead and let's show you what we got. I see pipe number 1, pipe number 2, which weighs like absolutely nothing. Yo, okay, they thought nice enough to include a license plate cover, a little sticker like badge, metallic thing, and a bunch of stickers, and I'm guessing instructions. I spy a box of goodies, the parts that we will be using to do this install, a silencer that is gonna be used for absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. Look at how big this thing is. Holy. Let's see if Caden can do this without scratching. I really mostly just wanna check out this one thing. Oh my goodness, this is an exhaust. Oh my gosh. So previously, before the 350, I have had a Subaru WRX that I put an NVIDIA and one catback on, and I'm pretty sure if we did the fist test on those, this is like a fist and a half versus my other exhaust. It was like maybe a fist. This is for the 350Z. Welcome to episode 3. Let's install this TOMEI catback exhaust. All right, we are a couple days later. It is now Wednesday. I've got the car jacked up, and these bolts do not look fun at all. So I got some PB Blaster going. My buddy Britton is gonna come over in probably about 5 hours from now. We're gonna tackle this exhaust, but in the meantime, I'm just periodically just gonna spray and let the PB Blaster soak on these bolts. I got a feeling that this is not gonna be fun because they are mega rusted. Of course, before we actually get into it, we are drinking the Summer Edition Red Bull, Sudachi Lime, which might I say is busted. Okay, I've been spraying PB Blaster on the bolt now for a while, and I'm gonna first start with this one bolt back here because there's a ground wire that I need to try to get off. And I figure, yeah, that is so rusted. The socket wouldn't even fit, it's so rusted. Man, this is bad. That's good. What the hell? Has that been like that this whole time? What? Hold a minute, check this out. Okay, so I go to tighten this bolt, and as I'm doing that, I notice that bolt, that exhaust wasn't moving. I think this has actually rusted off of that. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why my car sounded not bad. What the hell? Okay, so I got this bolt off. It's that guy right there. This is, I believe it's a static electricity ground. But I disconnected that because if you can't tell, that is crazy. This muffler is not even attached, which means all the exhaust sound has been coming from right here. I think it's gonna make removal of this a little bit easier. So I think I'm gonna go try to get those main bolts off, and let's hope that those guys come off. Oh my gosh, that is on there. Muffler, entire muffler is chopped and off the car. We got the right side here, left side here. This dude did some cutting. How was it? It went good.
Here's the situation.
Okay, I'm gonna have to explain a lot, but we're about to try this step because this has gone so far in the wrong direction of everything could go possibly wrong. I'm gonna try to deal with this now.
Here's the problem. This Y pipe had pre-slotted studs, and one of them broke off because they're so rusted. So we have to remove that piece of metal hanging on the left side right there. So we're gonna grind that down. Once that's ground down, we are going to take new bolts that Caden has purchased, and we are going to slot those through to the TOMEI. Wish us good luck.
Bowling, 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 bowling. We have finally managed to get these stupid bolts off. So we are now ready for the install portion after a million years. So first thing, this guy is going right here. We're gonna put on the gasket, the screws, and then tighten her up. Okay, I started at 2 p.m. taking off bolts. It is 10:20 p.m. Everything that could go wrong essentially went wrong. But basically what it boils down to is where the exhaust attaches to the Y pipe. The studs were permanently attached to that thing. So we had to cut and grind and drill, and eventually we got the holes able to put the new bolts in. And then as we're going throughout the process, which that by the way took like the majority of the time. Next issue we ran into is I got these bolts. I got these bolts from like Ace that are supposed to go into the exhaust. And I chose ones that have, as you can see, no thread, like up by the base. And so what ended up happening was when you would go to tighten the exhaust, it would like max out right here, and that wasn't tight enough. So we had to trek a million miles because the store that's local is closed. And long story short, we are now ready to test the exhaust. We already know that there is one known exhaust leak. Shout out to my brother. He cut a hole in my exhaust trying to get off the thing. That's gonna get fixed hopefully tomorrow. So besides one exhaust leak we have right now, should be good. Let's give her a listen. TOMEI dog! No way! It is now the next morning. The TOMEI is on. Today, we are gonna be doing a bumper tuck. So essentially, this little portion of the bumper right here, gonna be folded up, make a little bit more room to keep away from the TOMEI, and then also it just looks way cooler. So let's get to bumper tucking. So with some masking tape, I put some tape on the spots, drilled the holes. Now all we gotta do is take off the tape, put the zip ties through, and see if they hold. I feel like it should work good enough. And just like that, the bumper has been tucked. You can kind of see how I did it. Before versus after, I think it just looks so much cooler, and then it makes like a little bit more room for the TOMEI. Though, to be honest, I think I just got my fitment with the TOMEI so good that I could have left it down. I also believe that I was reading that if you're like going freeway speeds, that little tuck is basically like a big parachute air gap. So I don't know if this will actually help. I also don't know if these are gonna stay, but for now, they seem to be good. Of course, gotta give you guys a before and after. From my perspective, it seems to be a little bit louder than it used to be. Finding out that my exhaust had actually been basically an exhaust before because none of the gases were even going through the muffler. You notice it mostly when you're higher in the RPMs, and when you're out and by buildings, you can hear the projection off of the other buildings. That's really the main thing that I notice. So thankfully, it is not as loud as I thought it was gonna be. I always thought the TOMEIs were just gonna be freaking loud, like everyone's gonna hate me. But honestly, it's loud, but it is not insane. I love the tone of the VQ in the TOMEI, and I'm glad that we were able to make it work out. Thank you for watching episode 3. I'm gonna get to editing. See y'all in the next one when we do the next thing on the Z.